The protests have intensified in the days ahead of the planned referendum for an independent country in Spain's autonomous community of Catalonia. But what happened to revive this question, which has been burning since the past 1,000 years? And will Spain see a carving up of its territory anytime in the near future? The senior editor Padma Rao breaks it down for us.
This is the home of Salvador Dali, as also Juan Miro. This is where thousands of tourists flock to sunbathe in Costa Brava or ski down the slopes of the Pyrenees. This is Catalonia, one of Spain's richest regions, and whose capital Barcelona is a visually rich tribute to one of Spain's greatest architects, Antoni Gaudi. But Catalonia is distinct, unique, speaks its own language, Catalan, and feels a greater kinship with southern France and Spain's state of Valencia to its south. Catalonia has always been autonomous, but after being persecuted by Spanish dictator Franco in the late 30s, a demand for independence from Spain was born. It is that demand that has led to the current standoff between Madrid and Barcelona. The Catalans want a referendum to declare independence, and ahead of the controversial vote, Spain has clamped down hard by seizing ballot papers and boxes, imposing heavy fines on officials organizing the referendum and declaring a virtual emergency in its northeastern province.
Catalonia's independence is not against anyone. It's not against Spain and much less against Spaniards. The desire for independence is born out of the will to construct our own personality from our own particularity, a better world and a better Europe, with the will to overcome the political tensions we've had with part of the state institutions and to have the capability to build a framework for a more open society with better opportunities where there is no discrimination and where at the end citizens feel closer to their representatives than they do now.
Mucho más abierta, plural, con mejores oportunidades, donde no haya discriminaciones.
There are reasons that stretch beyond Franco and the World War and have been on the rise since 2010, when a Spanish court curtailed Catalonia's separatist dreams. Things reached a head with the European economic crisis, which hit Spain particularly hard. Resentments and debts began to grow, and Catalans began to feel they were giving away too much of their land's earnings to the central government in Madrid.
It's simple. There are economic reasons, identity reasons, linguistics, which are part of identity. But basically, it is because what future is there in this current state of things? None. I want hope and a future. It's basically because of that.
Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy is not budging for now. He got the Constitutional Court to suspend the referendum-enabling law passed by the Catalans and has ensured that Madrid takes control of Catalonia's police and its banks. There are protests across the region, but Spain is no banana republic. So it is unlikely that the region of 7.5 million citizens will turn violent ahead of this vote. But like the many wars besetting Spain since the economic crisis, the question of the referendum is unlikely to go away, at least till Madrid makes some major concessions and Barcelona accepts in return for full separatism from Spain. Padma Rao, WION.